Hey guys, Dr. Scope from 667, bringing you a game of Domination on grid. With me in the game is Budhound. Apart from that, it's just 4 randoms versus a team with I think two parties of 2 and another couple of randoms. So it's a fairly even game based on the split at the lobby. Of course, we're going to try and win it. I like to win every game. No one likes to lose. But it's certainly going to be a little bit more effort to win this one than we're normally playing against a team of the same caliber in a big organised party. So we need to try and lock down B flag, obviously, and then maintain dominance of A or C. I myself prefer A on this map, but that's just a matter of personal preference. Right, so I'm using a FAMAS currently. I like this little section here of the map. It's a good way to watch A and B, but I've been killed. Isn't that a shame? Alright, they've just got B back. I'm still using the FAMAS. Gonna try and get and hold B. That's what we want to do at this moment. Even though we have one of the other flags, you'd have to assume that their attention has been drawn onto getting back their spawn flag or a spawn flag. So I've just managed to get that. Now, what I should have done here, in hindsight, is throw a nade straight on B, but I've paused. Not being in a party, I couldn't call, or no one could call me onto B, or I couldn't call someone onto A. So I've tried to check A and then throw B, and of course by then, their team's not completely retarded. Damage has already been done. We're going to keep working at it. It's only just behind at this stage. But you can sort of feel the way the game is going is it's only going to get tougher. No one's really communicating. Like I think I said, it's my first game of the day. So you'll have to forgive the odd miss, fail, whatever. Right, so I'm just going to run them straight onto B because I figure they're set up around it. We're going to have to go around. And what's that guy doing there? I don't know why you'd be there, but anyway, he thought it was a good idea. Now obviously Flak Jacket, Trip the Claymore was no problem, but I thought the guy was going to be sort of camping back up the stairs, not letting me go outside. He's just decided to get offensive all of a sudden. And he got me. So I'm getting hit markers over there, as well as on myself. So I'll throw a frag over there. I'm going to try and get this guy before he can get A, and then go back and reinforce B. Or at the moment, recapture B. Now capping B flag on this map can be quite a pain in the arse. If someone's set up around it, there's an immense amount of cover and directions people can come from. Both upstairs and downstairs on either side. The front, the rear. There's a lot of places you can cap the flag from. You'll see me using them if you aren't aware of them, but there's no secret behind them. And most flags will have little secret or little sort of glitchy spots, I suppose you might want to call them, where you're just sort of out of the line of sight or around behind something, where you can make an easier cap. And there's that many spots you can make an easy cap on B flag on this map that you need to, you either need people with eyes on it from upstairs, both buildings, and probably the yellow dumpster, or you need to manually be checking all those spots, as I'm trying to do with my MP5 in this game. So their lead is increased. They're currently 30 points in front. We just can't hold B. I'm starting to get a little bit irritated by this. It's obviously much harder. You can't just call someone, you know, you can't just make call-outs if a guy's killing you and he's a bit hard to get to from where you are, or you're a bit outgunned at long range, for example, because I'm using an MP5. I can't call anyone onto anything. No one's gonna wipe my ass for me this game, which is a shame. Alright, getting a bit annoyed here. Now that guy. Get this guy. Yeah, get away from B, you bastards. Alright? I've had a gutful. You're just not going to have it anymore. I'm going to hold B for the rest of... Well, this is my thinking. I'm going to hold B for the rest of the game. But I'm probably shouting stuff out. I don't see the guy behind me. Well, it was in my screen about 5 seconds ago, and he's killed me. But you get that. So, trying to cover upstairs so I can run out into the open. But he was probably at that moment running downstairs. What a bastard. Try and get a nade onto B. Now, I thought that should have killed both of them, but apparently it didn't. Must have been just a tiny bit long. I don't think they had flak jacket. I'm pretty sure it was like Ghost or Lightweight. Still trying to get B. At the moment, obviously, we have, as I just about nade myself. Once again, it's the first game of the day, and I have no skill. You'd think it'd be pretty safe to cap A while their attention is drawn onto trying to claim back their spawn flag. This is one of the little spots you can cap B from if you weren't aware. I'll get shot in the face. So, back onto B, but not straight away. Alright, there's no point just leaping on it because you're going to get shot from about 15 different directions. Probably a better idea to grab A. Once again, draw their attention off B, and then we'll jump back on B. But that guy's going to shoot me. Now, should I have stayed behind cover there and just cap B, sort of laying down behind the barrels? Maybe, but you can get shot through them, or I seem to. So I thought I'd try and stun him and then pull back, but I got shot during the stun. And I got shot during that as well. Right, trying to cover A and B. I said before that I prefer A flag. Not really a big fan of C flag, and that's just because if the other team's getting a lot of air support and you're spawning outside at C, yeah, for obvious reasons, you're going to get cut to pieces. Whereas if you spawn at A, it's a lot safer. If that becomes a problem, and you can still win the game and just sort of fall back a bit and nade B if you need to, as they muck around in their ineffective air support. But if you spawn at C, you're never going to be able to do it because you're out in the open. Anyway, so we've pulled it back slightly. We're only about, what's that, 17, 18 points down now. We have B and C. It's looking a bit better, but we need to hold B because we still got to pull it back and get a bit in front. So you see the team's bunching up in that spawn room. Everyone's a little bit scared or unable to venture out. They're sort of seeking refuge with Budhound in that room. Now Budhound needs to be up there to help me cover B and to not let them get dominance in both buildings. But the rest of the team didn't need to be standing there next to him. But they probably don't know that. Right, so I've got my work cut out for me. I'm going to try and defend B with a nade. Bang! Oh yeah, don't you love when it works? And I'm going to try it again now, or next spawn, and I'm going to fail. I'll throw it a tiny bit too long. So, alright, back on the B cap. No, maybe not. And we're going to just going to keep trying and getting B. We're starting to pull it back. You know, we're gonna remain positive. We're gonna always believe that we can win this game, or I am. If it was me and Hound versus a full party of 15th prestiges with headsets, or even without headsets, I'd probably be thinking we're pretty much up against it, and there's no possible way of winning this game. But I'm 15th prestige now, so I've played enough COD that I know how to bloody, I know how to do what I need to do. I've got a general idea of what the other team's going to do. So I back myself, and I should, because I've played a fair amount of the game. But I missed that nade, and they get B, and we got to cap it back again. And we're still not quite in front. So I'm going to try and... I knew he was always going to come around there, so I've got me Claymore there, but he threw a flashbang, and that makes it throw out little sparks and perform poorly. So what do we... I'm putting a nade in there to try and stop him from running through that little L and jumping straight on A. Trying to flush anyone out of that corridor if there is anyone there. I've got a claimer on my back, and now I'm going to hide down behind those barrels and not throw flashbangs at them. And that worked. And we have 2 flags, and we're pulling it back. Do at this stage we need to cap 3? I think we want to cap 3. We want to try and get a tiny bit of a lead. It is going to throw their spawn into all sorts of situations as I poorly time a claymore, but get a bit lucky with it. Well done, team. Good B cap. Wasn't involved in that one for the first time, so that was bloody awesome. We've got this now. As long as we hold both, the game is ours. So good stuff, bunch of randoms in the team with us. You've done well, as I told them during and after the game. Obviously with mixed words of abuse during the game when they were perhaps not performing to their abilities, I'd like to think. But they all came good. So we're in front. We got 2 flags. They're not about to cap one in the dying seconds. We've won the game. With a bit of hard work and perseverance. And we got there. Think positively and positive things will happen. This has been Dr. Scope from 667. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for watching. And I'll speak to you next time. Cheers.